What's up, Interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to my team analysis for week 1 of the CBL. For those of you that don't know what the CBL is, it's a brand new league that I have joined, and you can find a link down below in the description to my draft analysis if you want to find more info about my team, the Queen's Park Rangers. But this is going to be a team analysis for my week 1 match. And we're just going to be going over what I can potentially bring to this game. We're going to be playing Charmawot, and his team name escapes me right now, but it'll be on the screen regardless. Let's take a quick look at the team that I can potentially be bringing and that he can potentially be bringing. You should be able to see both on the screen already, but let's just have a quick look at them. My team, the Queen's Park Rangers, is Tyranitar, Salamence, Tanggrowth, Jellicent, Hitmonlee, Raichu, Mega Pidgeot, Reuniclus, Jirachi, Garbodor, and Darmanitan. That may have been out of order a little bit, but that's fine. And my opponent can potentially be bringing to this game, Charmawot can bring Garchomp, Slowbro, Arcanine, Trevenant, Gallade, Malamar, Mega Beedrill, Raikou, Umbreon, Lucario, and Braviary. So some pretty spooky stuff all in all. I got very upset when I realized he has 3 really good switch-ins to Darmanitan, that being Garchomp, Slowbro, and Arcanine, all very, very solid switch-ins to Darmanitan, especially in particular its stab as well. So Darm maybe not doing the most work this week, which is really what I wanted it to do. And because each week in the CBL, there's only 3 weeks before we move on to the tournament stage. There's only 3 matches, so each match really counts. I'm gonna try and put my all into each and every week, and hopefully we can come up with a good record at the end of this one. But without further ado, let's get into the mons that I've decided to bring for this week. So, first one on the team, as you can see on the screen right here, is Stacey, the Salamence, holding the Yachi Berry with max HP, max defense, 8 in speed, with Intimidate, with Roost, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Roar. As I said, max HP, max defense. This guy is mainly here to switch into Mega Beedrill. It's a very solid Mega Beedrill switch-in, and it just does pretty well. Mega Beedrill has like paper defenses, so a Dragon Claw is an easy 2-hit KO, even though I'm completely uninvested. Roost to try and get HP max, I'm going to be continually switching into it, and it's just really bulky. Intimidate plus physically defensive is stupid bulky. And also have Earthquake to hit the Arcanine, the Raikou, and the Lucario, because I believe he has... Yep, he has 1 Dragon Resist on his entire squad, and that is Lucario. So I've got something to hit that guy as well. And I've got Roar as well. I'm still debating on this Salamence whether to put Toxic or to put Roar. And I feel like Roar's going to come in more handy than Toxic is, but I'm still kind of debating it. Because I want Toxic for things like the Slowbro, the Arcanine to try and wear that down, even the Trevenant. But I'm very scared of his setup. As weird as it sounds, I'm legitimately scared of Malamar setting up. I'm scared of Gallade, Mega Beedrill, Raikou, Lucario, Braviary, any of his mons setting up. I'm very scared of any of them, and that's why I'm packing the Yachi Berry as well, because from a setup, like a Sub-Carmine Raikou, for example, I can take an HP Ice, and then I can roar him out. I can take an Ice Punch from Gallade, I can take an Ice Punch from Lucario, things like that, and I can just roar them out if they're looking too scary. So I think I'm going to go with Roar, but I may pack Toxic depending on how I feel when the match comes. But regardless, that is Stacey, the Salamence, physically defensive for this game. Next one I brought on the team is Tell Me to Eat, the Raichu, holding the Assault Vest with Lightning Rod, with Nuzzle, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. 64 in HP, max special attack, and 192 in speed with a timid nature. This Raichu is here to Volt Switch around his team. Basically, he has, I believe it's 1 electric immunity. Yep, which is Garchomp, which is why I've got HP Ice. So this guy is here literally just Volt Switch around the team, Hidden Power Ice the Garchomp, and Nuzzle things that are quick. He has things that are rather fast, that being the Mega Beedrill. He can potentially have a lot of Scarfers like Gallade, and Lucario, and Braviary, and Arcanine, and obviously I can't Nuzzle the Garchomp, but still. There's a lot of fast threats that I would very much like to paralyze, which is why, again, I'm tempted to put Roar on Salamence over Toxic, because I want to be paralyzing things, I think, for this game. Try and slow down his Mega Beedrill, try and slow down his Arcanine, his Lucario, his Braviary, things like that. I can Nuzzle those, and it'll be great. I'm packing the Assault Vest on this guy, because it's actually a very solid switch-in into his Raikou, honestly. Obviously, I can't do much back to the Raikou, which is a bit of an issue, but if I need something to take a hit from the Raikou, if the Raikou is, I don't know, let's say I brought Toxic on that Salamence. Let's say the Raichu was Toxic and it was getting worn down, or it's Life Orb and it's getting worn down. I need something to take a hit from the Raichu. I'm immune to its Electric Stab, and he'd have to hit me with like a Hidden Power, which I can take easy. With the Assault Vest and with that 64 HP investment, I can take that no problem. And then I'm just wearing him down with more Life Orb or with more, you know, toxic damage, whatever it may be. Some kind of residual. Maybe I force him to switch out. If he's choice locked into an electric move, I force him to switch out, and maybe he takes rocks again on switching, or he takes, you know, whatever. More damage on the way back in. Who knows? Whatever. So yeah, that's what the Raichu is holding the Assault Vest for. But mainly, I just want him to try and paralyze things for this match. Volt Switch around the team, paralyze things with Nuzzle, hit Garchomp with that HP Ice, and Nuzzle things if he can. The speed investment I have in this Raichu is enough speed to outspeed a max speed Garchomp. So as long as it's not Scarfed, Raichu will be outspeeding it, and I can hit it with that HP Ice. Let's hope it's not Yachi Berry. It doesn't knock out even an uninvested Garchomp, I'm pretty sure, from full, but it does a really nice amount of damage, so hopefully it can do a fair amount of work. So that is Tell Me to Eat the Raichu. Also, Tell Me to Eat because Raichu. Someone telling me to eat. Next on the team, we have Michelle, the Jirachi, holding the Choice Scarf with Serene Grace, obviously with Ice Punch. U-turn.
That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Were you clearing your throat because I just said Michelle?
No, I was clearing my throat because that was a terrible joke about the Raichu.
Do you know whose idea it was to come up with that nickname?
Not mine.
Shrooms. Blame Shroom, not me, for that nickname. Anywho, next on the team we have Michelle the Jirachi holding the Choice Scarf with Ice Punch, U-Turn, Drain Punch, and Iron Head, 60 in HP, max attack, adamant, and 196 in speed. Jirachi does quite a nice amount of damage. Gets me initiative with U-Turn to get me into my bigger threats on the squad. Ice Punch obviously hitting the Garchomp and the Trevenant. Drain Punch hitting the Umbreon, the Lucario. You know, obviously the Lucario taking the stab Iron Head, no problem. So Drain Punch able to hit the Umbreon, the Lucario as well. And U-Turn also hitting the Slowbro and the Malamar super effectively. Malamar's going to be really nice to hit that thing's for 4 times super effective damage. Iron Head doesn't hit anything super effectively, but it does just give me some nice stab. And of course, there's always that chance for potential flinches. I'm not going to be playing for those flinches, but if they happen, I'm not going to be complaining. So, that's what Scarf Jirachi is there for. It's enough to speed to outspeed a Mega Beedrill, which I can just annihilate with an Iron Head, honestly. It does a ridiculous amount of damage, because like I said, Mega Beedrill has basically no defenses whatsoever. So that's really nice. If it's got any kind of damage on it to start with, then Iron Head just kills it straight up. So that's awesome. It's just there to get me some initiative and do some damage to the rest of the team. So, that is the Scarf Jirachi. Enough speed to outspeed... I believe it is a max speed Braviary or Galley, so base 180s, because I could have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Arcanine or a Lucario, but I don't see either of those things being scarfed for this game. So I just gone with the next possible fastest Scarfer, that being Braviary or Galley, which are both base 80, and those guys, you know, I can run Adamant and still outspeed both of those, so I've gone with that instead. Gives me a bit more power on the initiative I'm going to be gaining and all of its moves. Just a really nice mon to have as Adamant for this match. So, that is Michelle the Jirachi. Next mon on the team is Dastardly the Mega Pidgeot, with No Guard, with Hurricane, U-Turn, Defog, and Quick Attack, with 48 in attack, 252 in special attack, and 208 in speed, with a naive nature, which is boosts speed and minus special defense. So, this Mega Pidgeot, I click Hurricane a lot. That's what Mega Pidgeot does. It hits the Trevenant and the Gallade and the Mega Beedrill super effectively, but it just hits a lot of things neutrally, honestly. His flying resists on his team are Raichu. And that's it. I 2-hit KO or OHKO everything that isn't Raichu or Umbreon. So that's pretty cool. His only 2 possible switch-ins to this Mega Pidgeot are Raichu or Umbreon. Otherwise, I 2-hit KO or OHKO everything. And I outspeed anything that isn't Mega Beedrill, that's not Scarfed as well. So that's pretty awesome. That's what the speed investment is for, is to outspeed the next fastest thing on his team, which is Raichu. And obviously Mega Beedrill cannot switch into a Hurricane because it just dies. U-turn for a bit of initiative. Got Quick Attack, just in case, if there is a Scarfer that outspeeds Mega Pidgeot and it's very low, if Mega Beedrill has been worn down and it's under half, I click Quick Attack and I kill it. It actually does like a solid 40-45% to that Mega Beedrill, even though I only have 48 attack, and it's a Mega Pidgeot. Still does like 40-45% to that Mega Beedrill, which is amazing. So, you know, just in case, surprise factor, if something's low needs picking off, I bring a Mega Pidgeot, I could click Quick Attack and it dies, which would be great. I also have Defog just in case, most likely not going to be clicking it, but if for whatever reason I need to get those rocks away or get some kind of hazards away and they're bugging me, they will stop something else from succeeding, then I can click Defog if I want to. I don't have Roost on this guy, so of course, you know, I'm going to be clicking Defog, and it's going to be, if I'm getting rocks away, I'm obviously going to have already taken 25%, so it will literally be as a last resort if something else needs, you know, to be able to switch in again in order for me to win, then I'll be clicking Defog, but otherwise I'm just going to be clicking Hurricane, and I'm going to click U-turn every once in a while if I feel like it. So Mega Pidgeot comes in and clicks Hurricane a lot. That's what Mega Pidgeot does. So yep, that is Darcy the Mega Pidgeot. Next one on the team, fifth one, is HBK the Hitmonlee. Also with the Choice Scarf, we have two Choice Scarfers on the team this week with Limber as its ability, Mach Punch, Knockoff, Close Combat, and Earthquake, 56 in HP, Max Attack and 200 in Speed, with a Jolly Nature. So this guy has the Mach Punch priority on him while Scarfed, because, you know, gotta be quick, but it actually does a pretty nice amount to his team. Because Fighting Stab actually does a respectable amount to his team. He has a Trevenant, which is immune to it. He has Gallade, which resists it. And that's it. And Slowbro. So those are his only resistances to that. And I've got Knockoff to hit the Trevenant and the Slowbro. And I've got Earthquake to hit the likes of the Raichu and the Arcanine. Arcanine, of course, might want to intimidate me. So I've got Earthquake to hit that. And Earthquake also gives me an option to hit the Garchomp if it's Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, for example, and I don't want to be taking the recoil. I can click Earthquake and I will not be taking that residual chip damage from the Garchomp, which is great. And then Mach Punch just for a bit of priority for the likes of a setup Lucario, for example. If you know, an extreme speed is going to kill me, then he still out-prioritizes anyway. I didn't think that through. But if he's got like an agility setup or something like that, then I can Mach Punch it and kill it off. If like I can live in extreme speed, I don't know how, because Hitmonlee has like base 5 defense, then you know, if I can live in extreme speed, then he's forced to go for something else. I Mach Punch it and I can kill it, which is great. Close Combat, again, just really strong stab. It's one of the only things I really have to hit the Umbreon that's actually going to do a lot of damage, because Umbreon is way too fat for my liking, but Close Combat from Hitmonlee does a lot of damage, so that's pretty nice. Just a pretty solid amount to the team, honestly. Obviously, Close Combat not doing a lot to the Mega Beedrill, because even though Mega Beedrill has no defenses, that's a quad-resisted Close Combat, so still doesn't do all that much. But Earthquake is a solid 2-hit KO, so that's always fun. But yeah, that's Scarfed Hitmonlee once again. With Limber, can't be paralyzed as well, which is awesome. Last one on this team for week 1 is Sappheiros, the Tanggrowth, holding the Rocky Helmet with Regenerator, Leaf Storm, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Knockoff, max HP, 236 in defense, and 24 in special defense with a sassy nature. I did not need any speed on this Tanggrowth because it is already slower than everything on my opponent's side. I could have speed cracked it to outspeed like an uninvested Trevenant if I really wanted to, which wouldn't have been that much speed. I think it was like 50 something EVs in it to outspeed an uninvested Trevenant. I could have done that, but at the same time, I just wanted the bulk. I wanted to be able to hit on both sides. I didn't want to lower either of my attacking stats. I wanted to be able to lower my speed stat, and I also wanted to have a lot of bulk. So I figured the best thing to do was just be slower than everything, and just tank the hit. So we've gone max HP, 236 in defense, and 24 in special defense with a Speed F boosting nature. So this guy is mainly here to get that physical residual on mons like the Garchomp, on mons like the Arcanine if it's going for extreme speeds and stuff like that, for Trevenant, Gallade, Malamar, Mega Beedrill, Lucario if it's physical, Braviary, all stuff like that. Although it might not be able to take too many hits from it, or it might be 2-hit KO'd by a lot of those things, it is not OHKO'd by anything. Other than aside from, I think, an Adamant Banded Arcanine, maybe? I need to count that again. I might even be able to live one, I can't remember. But either way, I'm going to be getting residual on it regardless. And if it's clicking Flare Blitz, is already taking recoil, plus the Rocky Helmet's going to be great. So that's what Tanggrowth is there for. Get the residual on, because he has a lot of physical attackers. If I can get residual on a lot of them, that'd be spectacular. And I've got the special bulk as well, so that I'm not too hit KO'd by a Specs Raichu. I think even an HP Ice, I'm gonna need to calc that again, but I'm pretty sure that I can take any hits from a Specs Raichu, which is awesome. So yeah, it's a pretty nice stop to a lot of things like that. Then I have Leaf Storm for very, very powerful stab, even though I'm, uninvested in special attack. It still does a hell of a lot to a Slowbro, for example. I've got Earthquake to hit the Arcanine, the Raikou, and the Lucario. Rock Slide hitting that Mega Beedrill and the Braviary. Knock Off just to get rid of items, because that's always fun. Screwing up my opponent's plan is always good. Also hits the Trevenant, which is great. So, yeah, that is Papyrus to Tanggrowth, and that is the team right there. So, let me know what you think of my team. I'm not overly confident with this team. I think it's okay. I feel like I could have done better with my build, but, live and learn, whatever. Is what it is. Let me know what you think of the team down below in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and stay tuned for the match that shall be uploaded very, very shortly. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Toodaloo.